Hi, everybody. I'm here with the one and only Ron Nelson. Ron Nelson is an icon in Toronto. He single-handedly, with a few other people, brought hip-hop to Toronto. I have gone to his concerts from I was about 15, 16 years old. I want to make sure we give flowers to the one and only. Woo!
Now we got wet.
Yeah, we got wet. I want to make sure I give a shout out, love, flowers to the one and only Ron Nelson. Thank you for coming on the Hip Hop Festival podcast. And I want to talk to you about your latest album that you put out. What did that entail and why did you do it?
You talking about the album or the EP?
The album. Yeah, you did a whole album, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
The last album was called Undercover. Okay. And I did it because I don't think there's been an album where a Canadian artist has released a 10-song album where every song is a cover version, except the common denominator is it's done with rap music and hip hop. So I like doing things that haven't been done before. And it allowed me to pay tribute to a lot of songs that I've loved all my life, whether it didn't matter what the genre. I went from like Tom Jones and the Police and, of course, some traditional hip hop stuff as well, some Run DMC. But my history's been, like a musical melting pot DJ.
Absolutely.
Different kinds of music that I like.
And what do you think about ageism in hip hop? Because I heard you out there and you were like, I'm 63. And I'm enjoying myself. What do you think that is? And what do you make any sense out of it?
Well, I think that hip hop primarily belongs to youth,
right?
And we haven't seen a phenomenon of hip hop getting old yet, and what happened. So we're learning from it happening now for
in the moment,
the first time in our life.
Right?
We're seeing rappers getting old now and getting gray hair,
right?
And performing still, some of them. But I look at it as an opportunity. I love hip hop. I don't feel my age.
Right. Right. I mean, you still look the same. You just got gray hair.
No, I don't look the same. Definitely not. But, I'm trying to get rid of the gray hairs when I perform. So I do the clean shave thing.
Yeah.
It fools them a little. Put on the dark glasses, You got to wear disguise almost if you want to sell yourself to some of these kids that are out here. There's not anybody out here seeing me perform that goes back to my old days, because a lot of us don't go out anymore.
No. Well, absolutely right. I can only do day parties. That nighttime thing. Somebody caught me just now yawning, and they're like, long day. Absolutely.
Absolutely. I think Michi says something about nobody wants to hear what a 50-year-old rapper has to say. And I'm going, who wants to hear what a 63-year-old rapper has to say?
No, I don't believe that. I think that contribution is contribution, and you guys are the foundation which brought all of this to fruition. Let's talk about how you brought concerts to Toronto and give us maybe long, short story version of how that started.
What, bringing concerts to the city?
Yes.
Well, it started because I love the hip hop and rap and the whole industry, because it was fresh and it was new. And again, we hadn't had anyone bringing hip hop shows or rap shows here with any consistent basis. And the people that were doing it, they broke promises, and a lot of people became distrustful because, they paid money to wait in line, and then the artists would show up, they get their money back and stuff like that. Right. So, because I was on the radio playing the music, people put their trust in me as maybe the next credible person who could do that. And I didn't know it would end up being like a lifetime thing, but I just was. I'm a crowd pleaser, so I wanted to please those.
Listen, you come from a West Indian household like myself, so we know about childhood trauma. I'll say this to you, that one of the things you did is you probably saved, we probably all got licks for coming home at 4:00 in the morning, but I'll say this, you probably saved our lives in a lot of ways, because when kids don't have anything to do, then, as you know, you can get into all kind of sorts of trouble, where you brought something to the community that allowed us to enjoy ourselves You brought artists. We were allowed to party. Mind you, we had patties and drinks and an all-night bus. And like I said, some of us still got licks when we got home, but it was worth it. So I want to take the time to thank you because not only did you bring artists that dead or alive that I've seen from Heavy D, you brought up Scott LaRock. I was so sad when because I remember going to KRS-One and Scott LaRock.
Oh, you were there.
Yes. And then when they got back home right after they killed him.
Yeah.
And that was so sad to me. And rest in power, Scott LaRock. Big up to KRS-One.
That was very sad when we lost Jam Master Jay.
Right. Absolutely. But the thing is, what I want to tell everybody, listen, this man, not only did he save lives, he put rap, hip hop culture in Toronto. He had a lot of help, but maybe I'll say this, he was the face. He saved a lot of lives, and I want to make sure he gets flowers because understanding that even with Michelle, she's here as well. I'm not sure if she's still here.
Yeah, she left.
Oh, she left?
Yeah.
And you know what? We're old.
She's my friend. What's up, Michelle? Much music.
Exactly. Big up to Michelle again. Hashtag Rap City. Another person in the industry that was tremendous in keeping hip hop live and here in Toronto. And it's unfortunate that things change. And I'm telling you, I'm so nostalgic. I wish that you still did a lot of concerts and brought people up. I would be first in line. And if I wasn't first in line, I'd be like, what can I do to help you?
Oh, that's so cool.
No, absolutely.
I will have to acknowledge that. CKL and radio was essential in everything that I did. That's what allowed me to play a part because it was the first time that the music went on the radio. There were a lot of people doing parties and events, but there wasn't a radio show that kind of focused on that music and the culture that stood behind it.
The amount of tapes that I taped and sat at that stereo to push record and stuff.
So I started, we're talking 1983 to 1985. That's when I was a Ryerson student, playing all that music. And then I kind of kept going for about a decade or so before I passed it over to Epps. So
he's very multifaceted, buddy.
It was like, that was a real umbrella for a lot of people who had hip hop taste to meet.
And to listen to
the radio station.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the concert hall became the next place.
Right.
And
so it was a level up.
So on and so on.
Yeah, but it kept going. So you guys got to know he produces. He's a DJ. You know, he does a lot for the community. And I love the fact that even as you age, you're still keeping up with the pace. You're still doing things. Talk about things what is something that you've done recently that you want to tell the audience about?
Well, I'm on this venture now of trying to do recording artistry.
Oh, wow.
So I'm putting out music and I'm writing music. I'm producing music and now I'm performing. This is why I'm here at the R.A. Rugged Man show. 40 years too late. I put out music in 1988. So at my age, I call myself the oldest Canadian rapper that's still relevant and still acting.
Absolutely, you're relevant.
That's just a term, but I'm just having the most fun in my life, serving myself, self-gratifying. When you're a DJ and a promoter and all that, you please the people.
Right.
And I've done that for decades.
So now it's your turn.
Now I'm taking time to do what I want to do. Whether it works out or not, it doesn't matter. As long as I'm having fun. And everything that I've done has qualified me to go on that stage and to write songs and contribute, especially to represent that old school fraternity that we don't hear from so much. I still got my health, still got my voice. I'm still physically fit and mentally fit. And not everyone can say that about what's going on right now. So I'm taking advantage of that opportunity to try and make music and videos and go on tour and do all this stuff that
you want to do and you enjoy your life.
They're my age,
So let's tell everybody where they can follow you. What are your platforms?
Well, everything is connected to my website. First of all, djrodnelson.com. And if you go there, you'll find everything about my history, my past, my present, and maybe what will be my future. So there's a section there called Artists. when you go to djronnelson.com, and it'll give you the link to all of my music, all of my songs, and
All your socials?
just all my socials as well.
And let's just-
you can use Linktree as well for my socials at DJ Ron Nelson.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm an easy person to find. Easy person.
Of course, you are well known in Toronto, even though he's very. I love your attitude that again you help, but you're humble. There's no. Every time I talk to you, you're not egotistical, and I love that because you are about working with people, helping people, doing things for the culture, making things happen for the culture. So again, just giving you the flowers that you absolutely deserve, because understanding that, again, I'm going to say it over and over, I'm a fan of this man because literally he saved my life. And he also allowed me to see some of the greatest artists in their prime. And I don't like to use a prime, but I mean at that time in 1985 and 1988.
Remember when Eric B. and Rakim came up? That was in their prime.
Listen.
In their prime.
I was there.
Salt and Pepper in their prime.
I was there.
In their prime. Public Enemy in their prime.
I was there.
We did that all the time.